Hi guys and welcome to Strength Universe. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Vishal Mishra and Austin Collier for requesting videos featuring Ronnie Coleman. In today's video, I'll be taking a brief look at Ronnie Coleman's journey to becoming Mr Olympia, and if he'd taken a different direction in life, whether he could have been a world's strongest man during that same era. Ronald Dean Coleman was born on the 13th of May 1964 in Monroe, Louisiana, where he grew up with his brother and mother who worked in a clothing factory. He started lifting weights at 13 and played football and did powerlifting throughout high school. Ronnie was a middle linebacker at Grambling State University under renowned coach Eddie Robinson. He graduated in 1984 with a bachelor's degree in accounting but struggled to find work in his chosen field, instead working at Domino's Pizza to make ends meet. Struggling to eat on the money he earned, he would get by eating the complimentary pizza he got from work each day. Ronnie would later become a police officer in Arlington, Texas, serving as an officer from 1989 through to 2000 and as a reserve until 2003. It was shortly after joining the police that Coleman's fellow officer Gustavo Alotta suggested that he attend Metroflex Gym, which was owned by amateur bodybuilder Brian Dobson, who could see Ronnie's potential and offered him a lifetime free membership as long as Ronnie would allow him to train him for the up-and-coming Mr Texas bodybuilding competition later that year. Ronnie would later go on to win the competition in the heavyweight division and overall category. From this time period until Ronnie's first professional bodybuilding win in 1995, he would compete at a series of powerlifting events, only ever doing the pull section but taking first place each time. Ronnie's rise to the top of professional bodybuilding was relatively slow. At his Olympia debut in 1992 he didn't place, and after taking a year out and returning in 1994 he took 15th. Ronnie would experience his first professional bodybuilding success by winning the 1995 Canadian Pro Cup. Ronnie faced much stiffer competition at the Russian Grand Prix, finishing the competition in 6th place behind the likes of Kevin Livroni, Vince Taylor and Nasser El Sombotti. Ronnie would go on to make substantial improvements at that year's Olympia, finishing in 10th place. Over the preceding Olympias, Ronnie would finish in 1996 in 6th place, before dropping back in 1997 to 9th. Ronnie would reach the pinnacle of bodybuilding success by winning the 1998 Mr Olympia, a title that he would go on to win for a further 7 consecutive years, equaling the record set by Lee Haney.
This is where I got my genetics from, right here, right here. This is why I'm the winner, right here.
Ronnie wasn't only one of the most successful bodybuilders of all time, but he was renowned to be one of the strongest as well as a decent powerlifter. So how would he have fared in strongman? We know that Ronnie's very strong even at very low body fat percentages, as seen in the video Ronnie Coleman the Unbelievable that was filmed in the lead up to the 2000 Mr Olympia. To have improved his chances in strongman, Ronnie would needed to have trained differently, had a higher calorie diet, and used PEDs for strength rather than dry gains. These could include compounds such as DECA, testosterone, dianabol and anadrol. These changes mean that Ronnie would have a much puffier look to his physique and, due to the difference in training, probably less muscle hypertrophy. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's take a look at how Ronnie may have done at the 2001 World's Strongest Man. And to get through to the finals, he would first needed to have qualified through the heats. One of the events that Ronnie would undoubtedly do very well in the 2001 heats is a deadlift for mats, which was done raw, which means the competitors can't use straps. In most of the heats, 350 kilograms was enough to take the win. While this weight should be well within Ronnie's capabilities, it should be noted that straps are not allowed, and pulling the deadlift in 40 degrees Celsius heat could mean his grip would fail. Most of the other events featured in the 2001 heats were more dynamic and probably didn't play as well to Ronnie's strengths. These included events such as the carry and drag, train pull, Africa stone and boulder carry. But given his flexibility as shown on stage, and his athletic background through football, powerlifting and track and field, he maybe had the ability to do well in these events. If that were the case, he may have even qualified for the final, which featured several events that I think his gym lifts would have carried over to.
Gerard is smaller but heavier. Oh, that was so fast! That is phenomenal lifting by Gerard, but he's going to have to watch out with the balance side of things as well. Gerard 3. The old lactic acid beginning to kick in. Built for endurance. Gerard, is he going to get 11? All in a good lift. Gerard. Tracksuit on, he's got about 5 yards of knee wraps on as well. This will be his year. He's finished third 2 years ago. He finished runner-up last year to Yanni Mitt. He's in the lead together with Hugo Gerard, but Carlson has equalled that. One more will do it. Still Magnus Samuelsson to go.
It hurts like hell, my good intentions let me down.
Head-to-head race. The clock will determine the win. Kilograms rocketing up on that rope. Grit, determination, and massive. It's going well. Martin Muir as well. Oh, it's close. I think Vassilin just got a yes, he did. Giant yoke. There's a bar on top of two enormous lorry engines weighing 365. Big tyre, another object, over 300 kilos, and Carlson is flying. Hugo Gerard is going well. Scandinavia keep on reproducing these incredible strongmen. Carlson just gets it. Pfister so dominant in his heat. Here we go. Watch the clock. This is going to be the standard that 5 feet long. It makes turning difficult. One more leg turns around slowly, but Phil Pfister is coming away. Absolutely
when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for the sun. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. This is our last
he can actually move into second place overall if he does fight in around about 30 seconds. But it's Pfister who gets. Samuelsson is flying. Oh, brilliant! That's two us well inside them. Samuelsson is going like a train. This is phenomenal. Everybody, this is fantastic. The last one, 165 kilos, 25 stones. He's done it. The first man ever to go.
Although I feel that Ronnie Coleman had the static strength equal to any strongman in the early 2000s, I believe that his relatively short height at 5'11" and smaller frame would struggle to deal with the demands of strongman. Considering the damage that his body encountered through lifting weights in straight planes of motion required for bodybuilding and powerlifting, I feel that the unequal and imbalanced lifts required for strongman would lead to a very short career through injury. I believe that Larry Wheels is a good example of this. He's taller and has a bigger frame than Ronnie Coleman and is stronger in terms of gym lifts and powerlifting, but yet every time he tries strongman he gets injured. Well, that's just some of my thoughts on Ronnie Coleman's potential in strongman, but I'd love to hear what you guys think, so please leave a comment below letting me know whether you think Ronnie Coleman could have won the World's Strongest Man title at any time between 1998 and 2005. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please help support my channel by clicking like, sharing the video and subscribing. Thank you.